Hi friends and fellow earth angels, it's Gladys and welcome back to my weekly Sunday card reading, and this spread will cover March 24th to the 30th. So we are coming to the tail end of the Mercury retrograde. We are still in the full moon energy, spring equinox, and I feel like this week the guidance of the word that I keep hearing is surrendering. Surrendering to the will of what is. Be in the present moment. And if there are any of you out there who are struggling with, what do I do? Where do I go? What's the next step? I'm afraid, I'm not sure, all that energy, I feel like the divine is saying to surrender to the will of what is, bring yourself to the present moment, and I think the answers are going to come through signs. Maybe it'll be words scrolling through social media, maybe you'll see numbers on license plates or phone numbers. Pay attention to the synchronicities this week and what is coming up. I feel like the divine is asking many of us to connect often. Masculine energy and feminine energy. We're being called to really rely on and lean into our intuitive gifts. We all have that ability. So I feel like this is a week to get out of the mental head and get into the heart energy. So many of you are here to bring love back to the planet, reintegrate the energy of true love back on the planet, and we really got to access that through the heart energy. So I feel like leaning into the will of what is, listening to the birds, the trees, the signs, the guidance that you're getting, and if you're not getting anything, surrender to that. So the cards I'm using this week will be, I'll start with the Keepers of the Light and go into Oracle of Angels, Crystal Angels, and then I got a few new decks. The Power of Surrender cards. I'm going to ask what we should be surrendering and releasing because we're in that full moon energy. And then I have these awesome Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle deck, and so we'll finish with what energy or the sacred geometry and the vibration is working on healing for you this week. All right, so let me put these aside and let's begin. So I want to open space by inviting in all our guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, source, creator of the universe, and all his holy beings of light. And I'm going to ask for assistance with this guidance for you today. And I'm going to ask that the messages that come forth be for your best and highest good and the best and highest good of all concerned, everybody watching now and in the future. All right, so Keepers of the Light. What being of light wants to work with us this week? Okay, let's see. So the first guide we have is Diana, focused attention. I think the last time I pulled this deck, I had her come up. So her message says, think about what you desire and set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. I think this goes with the surrender energy and the expect the best possible outcome is a big part of the message. Think about what you desire and how you want to feel. So instead of trying to figure everything out and what should I do and what should I say, show up and be in the energy of how you want to feel. Maybe you want to feel relaxed. Maybe you want to feel at ease. Maybe you want to feel supported. Maybe you want to feel financial flow. Maybe you want to feel security, safety, stability. I feel like this is a time for you to surrender into that energy And I did choose these words, all things are possible if you believe. And so going with the focused intention, do not waver. So many of us are in this ending period of the retrograde where the energy is really confusing and funky and crazy. And it's almost like, it feels like some type of frequency is scrambling the messages. So many of you out there may be feeling confused and unsure. Diana's coming in to ask you to focus your attention on how you want to feel and what it is that you do want, and believe that it's possible, and know that it's coming. It's just going to, I think it's the faith and the hope, the faith more so, and the belief that it's coming is important. So focus your intention on, also too, I feel like I'm getting the guidance to focus your intention on anything that needs to get done or completed. If you've been procrastinating on things and putting off, now or this week would be a good time to finish what you started or shelf it and get rid of it. So if you're looking around and you have a lot of things that were started and not completed, a lot of have-tos and shoulds, now is the time, or this week is the time, to really decide, is it going to stay or is it going to go? Because remember, as that energy shifts come April, we have a short period of time where all the planets are direct again before they start changing. And I feel like come April, again, April and spring is a time for things to grow. So be sure that you're focusing your attention on the things that you do want, the positive, the joy, the things you want in your life. Because if not, if you're focusing on the worries, the fears, the hows, the whens, what ifs, you may be fueling and watering that to grow. So on that note, let's pull the Oracle of Angels and ask Diana to give us a clarifier. What more does she want us to know about this week? March 23rd to the 30th, 2019. What more do you want us to know, Diana? Well, I think I'm going to go with this one. Ascension. Fabulous. This is, it looks like the hands. It looks like hands and healing and opening your hands. So we are in a big place of ascension right now. And to me, what ascension means is we are bringing in more light, more knowledge, more wisdom. So in the darkness, in the what you might want to call the dark night of the soul, some people call it depression, some people call it isolation, time out, breaks, sabbaticals, whatever you want to call it. Many of you have been in this space, myself included, and we've been in this place of acquiring knowledge and wisdom and learning on a soul level. So in these moments of pause, many of you are expressing how your intuition is being heightened. Many of you have expressed that you feel like you're receiving downloads of information, creative ideas, thoughts, things that you want to do, all connected to love on this planet. So I feel like Diana is saying we are in an ascension period where knowledge and wisdom is coming at a rapid rate. If you think about ascending, it's like when you're in school, and as you learn in a grade, you move on to the next grade, and then you learn in that grade and you move on. The earth angels of the planet right now, it's like you're skipping grades. You're receiving knowledge and wisdom and information that can help you heal yourself, your family, your friends who want to be open to receiving that. And we're ascending at a rapid pace. And what's happening with other parts of the world is they're choosing this low vibration. So the shadow part is there's a lot of addiction, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of verbal and emotional abuse that I know a lot of you earth angels have stepped away from and you've walked out of. And know that because you've said no and enough and I deserve better, or I want more, because you've said those things on a soul level, you're ascending at a rapid rate. And so I feel like Diana is also saying, focus your attention on where you're going and how you want to feel. Because we're in a place of purging, some of you may be stuck in your past. Some of you may be stuck in the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, how, what ifs. And I can tell you that energy, even if it's tied to relationships, that energy will keep you lonely and sad and depressed and feel like you've made a mistake in the decisions that you've made. So know that through this ascension period, this time to rest, reintegrate, to explore, to seek out guidance and knowledge and wisdom, whether through videos or books or TV or through spiritual advisors. Know that you're ascending at a rapid pace. And Diane is saying, focus your intention on how you want to feel and where you're going. I know some of you may feel like, when, how is it going to happen? I feel like I should be doing more, or I think I should be doing more. The universe is saying, we're still on this pause and time out, and it's coming to the end. So you're getting ready. So right now it's like your tank is being filled up with gas, and you've got to wait. It almost feels like the energy of like a Mack truck or a big rig. And what's happening is the tank is big. So it takes time for those big rigs to sit at a gas station to fill the diesel in their vehicles, as opposed to a Prius that fills pretty fast. So I know it sounds like a weird image that I'm getting, but I'm getting it. So know that you're like sitting at the pump, spiritually filling, and you've got to wait and have patience so that your tank is full, so that when you're ready to move and to go, you're at peak capacity. That was a little weird. All right, so let me pull in the Crystal Angels deck and see what messages they have for us this week, March 24th to the 30th. Crystal Angels, what guidance do you have to get for us this week? Okay, let's go with the top card here. Lapis Lazuli. Life-changing epiphany or experience. Yup, ascension, focused intention. And the message says it's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. Oh my gosh, lapis lazuli, that's a beautiful stone. I have some floating around here somewhere. But if you have lapis lazuli, maybe sitting with it this week, meditating with it, life-changing epiphany or experience. So I think some of you are waiting for that. I think you're ready for changes. Maybe you're on the move. Maybe you've made some changes in your personal life. Maybe you're getting downloads with ideas and creative energy, and it doesn't seem to be working out. And I feel like they're saying you're in the process of a life-changing experience. So hold on just a little bit longer. So what's happening is, Earth angels, we move fast. When we get guidance, we want to go. And what's happening is there's a lot happening behind the scenes that you're not aware of. The universe really and the divine needs to make sure that things are in alignment so that you're standing on a firm foundation. So what I keep seeing in readings recently is, I think I've mentioned this in other readings, is that it's like the inspector angels are going in. So you've started to build a foundation with the best brick and mortar, the best concrete, the best stone. And what's happening is the inspectors of the divine are going in, and they're going over with a fine-tooth comb your foundation. And they're checking to make sure that you've learned what you've needed to learn, that you're no longer going to allow these low vibrational things in your life that have wasted your time, your energy, your money, your spirit, your soul, whatever that is. I feel like they're going in to make sure. So you might have like little hiccups and bumps this week. The universe is saying to be patient with yourself, be kind, shift your shift your reaction to things. If old things are coming up over and over again, pull out of it and find another way to navigate through it. So for example, this morning when I got in my car, I was holding something, so I went in to plop my coffee in the cup holder, and I didn't close the cover, and when I plopped it, it dropped in and the coffee popped out the top and it spilled on my car. Now, I have a white car with cream interior, so coffee on the beige leatherette is not very appealing and it stains. So in the past, my immediate reaction would have been to be completely irritated, to be annoyed, to be frustrated, and I would have spiraled. And so I'm really practicing patience with myself, and I kind of just looked at it, paused, and said, there's nothing I can do about it. It's done. It happened. It's done. Instead of spiraling my energy and wasting on being frustrated, I just took a deep breath. I think I had the snow removal thing that I was carrying. I put it in my backseat of my car. I got in my car and I just kind of cleaned it up. I'm like, whatever, coffee, you're not going to burst my bubble today. So maybe if things like that happen to you this week, maybe if somebody cuts you off and they go slow in front of you, or maybe somebody said they were going to do something and it didn't work out, know that everything happens for a reason. So my thought was that it took me an extra minute to clean up the coffee from my car, and maybe that was an extra minute that somebody maybe would have gotten in front of me or cut me off, or maybe it was an extra minute that I needed to, because I have to say, when I took off and I went to the top of the street, I live off kind of a busy road, so when I went to go take a right, there were no cars coming, which is very rare for the time I was leaving this morning. So, again, when you can see that life is happening for you instead of against you, everything changes. And that's what I realized in a moment. Long story short, that's what I realized in the moment, because I had a very peaceful ride to work. Nobody was in front of me. And if it took that little hiccup in the morning and me to just have patience and take time, then I got the lesson. So it's just another approach and a way of looking at things. And that's part of the ascension. We can't be in this energy that's just triggering us and spiraling. So a lot of you, what I'm saying is, a lot of you have learned this. You've learned to really have patience with yourself and navigate and find another way. Get in touch with yourself. Take a few deep breaths. Give yourself some love and hugs in the moment as these little hiccups and bumps are happening. So I have this new awesome deck by what's her name? Judith Orloff. And because we're still in the full moon energy, I want to ask the divine, what are we supposed to be, what are we supposed to be releasing this week as we're still in the full moon phase? I think full moon went into Scorpio. So Scorpio is a water energy. It's a flowy energy. Things want to move. So I'm going to ask the divine, what do we need to surrender and what needs to move out this week? All right, so let's see. From March 24th to the 30th, what needs to move out? What do we need to surrender this week? Wow, whoa, hello. I just flew out. Hold on, let me grab that. Okay. Ah, I love it. Oh, I bumped the camera. Darn. Oh my gosh, you should see my setup here, friends. I'm like all contorted. Anyway, so the beautiful message says, surrender to the magic of who you are. It says, we all have magic in us. Even in the mundane aspects of life, remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. Oh, it's got a beautiful unicorn, and it's beautiful because I see this field of flowers, and it represents like the springtime. So I I feel like the message is saying that you're in this final stage of purging and releasing and surrender to the magic of who you are. Maybe you have had a lifetime of people telling you who you are and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. And I believe a lot of you have released that energy. I think a lot of you have been in a space of self-discovery. And so if you're still being hard on yourself or you're still pushing yourself, I feel like this card is saying surrender to the magic of who you are. And even in a space of asking the divine, and that's part of the life change, that's part of the ascension. You are an earth angel. You have come here to reintegrate the energy of true love back on the planet. You have unique and special gifts that I think for many of our lives, people have disempowered in a way. So I feel like this is a message of empowerment this week, that you're still purging and releasing. Pay attention to the way you're feeling around people, places, things, and ideas. Pay attention if you're in a routine and you're feeling yucky. Maybe it's time to change. For example, I used to go a certain way to work, and they closed the highway, an exit ramp where I am. And so they had to open up another area, and so all the traffic bottlenecks. And even though I wasn't going in to get on the highway that way, I was stuck in that traffic. And I was so annoyed and so frustrated, and I asked the angels if they could show me another way. Well, I started going to see a new wellness coach, and the GPS took me a totally different way, and I realized that it was like going around all that traffic and that yucky energy. So now I feel like I've got like this secret road that I can now travel on to work. So I laughed about how powerful and magical I am, and that I manifested a new way to go to work. So if you got challenges this week, ask the universe. You're magical. Ask the universe to show you another way, bring you another pathway, bring you a way that can make things easier for you. Because again, when I'm happy, the people around me are happy. And when they're happy, the people around them are happy. And when they're happy, the people around them are happy. So really, peace on earth begins with you. So I feel like this is a card that's saying, remember who you are. You are a child of God. You are a child of the divine. You've come in here with knowledge and wisdom and gifts to bring light and joy to the planet. Remember who you are. All right, and so we'll finish up with the activation deck, sacred geometry activation. So I'm going to ask, what do we need this week? What are you filling the tank with? We talked about that big rig. What divine energy, what are you going to fill us with this week? Sacred geometry. What do we need to be filled up by this week? Oh, there we go. Pull that one. And we have alchemy, 8 energy. I've been seeing 8s everywhere. So the message says the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we hold inside of us. I mean, hello. So each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation, ascension, life-changing, magical. I feel like the sink or swim energy is coming in. I see a portal that has been opened, a gathering of energy and people who are walking through this magical doorway into the light, whatever that means to you. Please translate these words however it resonates for you. 8 energy, I've been seeing the 8 energy a lot. It's the infinity energy. It is the true love energy. I did a pick a card reading, and the 88 deck talked a lot about love and talked a lot about like twin flame energy and reintegrating love on the planet and what to do and how to be in that space. So I feel like this is a beautiful card of alchemy. So you may even want to just pause this and sit with this vibration, sit with this energy, let it fill you up. So the universe is saying, stand in your power. Remember who you are. This isn't about what you're doing for everybody. It's how you're healing yourself right now. It's how you're doing your own deep inner work to clear and cleanse and release so that you can be a beacon of light on this planet. So if you're walking around heavy with all this baggage, I feel like the message is remember who you are. Things are going we're going on a planetary level through a life-changing experience, and we're going through this ascension process. Again, this might be a little high vibration for some of you out there, so just take in what resonates, but it's a powerful manifesting energy. But remember, you can't take in more when you're holding bags of like the past and what you're not ready to release. So maybe sitting with forgiveness this week, maybe releasing worries and fears. Take the leap. Jump in. Remember how magical you are. You're a magical manifester. Now, this doesn't mean go run the credit card $10,000. It means sitting with the divine and asking them for support in the best way to bring these things into your life. Asking the divine. So if you start to see 8s this week, know that it's infinity energy. It's flow energy. It is actually, you know what? Let me get the book. I want to read more about that. Again, these are brand new cards, and it's funny when I did a reading for myself yesterday, I pulled that card, so it's still in the vibration of us. So alchemy refers to the process of transforming matter, particularly that from metal into gold. I love it. When we access the mysterious, the subtle, and often undefined parts of ourselves that light us up, we get a taste of real magic. Love is one of the greatest, most mysterious, and magical energies of the universe. Haha, see? I love when I'm channeling and it backs me up. Love is one of the greatest, most mysterious, magical energies in the universe. When love comes to us, and we open our hearts to welcome it in, true alchemy can work its magic on every aspect of our being. So, for many years, we have been accessing intuition through the crown chakra, through the third eye, the throat, into the heart. We are now moving into accessing intuition at higher frequencies through the heart chakra. So I feel like this week meditation should be focused on heart chakra. Now, that's going to bring up anger, resentment, bitterness, unforgiveness, heartache, betrayal. All that yummy stuff may come up. Maybe you'll get thoughts or ideas or memories that may come up, but allow it to come up and move through you. You do not have to attach to it, but moving into this magical space is going to come from you opening up your heart. And I know many of you out there, myself included, have been scorned or hurt. There's heartache, there is betrayal on some level. So you're going to need to clear that, or just be open to release it, to take in more aspects of love. Some of you may have been betrayed in the past. Some of you may be hurt and you're afraid to love. You're afraid to open up to love. Maybe some of you are afraid to speak your love. Maybe you've got all this energy bottled up, and maybe it's a love for a partner, or maybe it's a love for somebody that you haven't said anything yet. Maybe it's a love for a craft. Maybe you have this secret desire to sing or paint or create or be a healer or be an intuitive. Maybe you have the secret desire that you love, but you've been hiding it for fear or worry. I feel like this is saying, remember the magic of who you are, and it is through love that's going to be able to heal that, to clear it out for you. So the activation book says, try this. Take a moment to go inside yourself and remember who you are. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how the duplicate messages are coming up. It says, remember that you hold within you all the secrets of unlimited potential and infinite existence. Do you know that you are magical? Oh my God, surrender to the magic of who you are. That you can perform magical manifestations. You are a great sorcerer. Practice your magic often. Friends, I am at an exclamation point standstill. You cannot make this up. This is what the divine wanted you to hear this week. Remember the magic of who you are, this infinity energy, and you're only going to access it through clearing and working on the heart chakra. I also feel like I want to say the sacral chakra too. We see this orange energy because the orange energy is your joy, your pleasure, your happiness. Stop trying to validate yourself on what other people think about you. Stop trying to please or compare yourself to others because it is strangling your own light, your own liquid light. It's like putting poison in. So when you can see the essence of who you are and the magic of who you are, practice this week. Maybe ask the universe, send you $100 bills this week. Or ask the universe to send you 8s this week. Or ask the universe to show you white cars this week. I don't know. Ask the universe. Put it out there and be present and be aware. And you'll see how powerful you are and how that energy will come into your life. All right. I am going to end that there because that, I don't think I could have picked better cards myself. So let me close space by thanking all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, God, source, creator of the universe, all holy beings of light that assisted with this guidance for you today. And I'm going to ask that any healing that was started continue for as long as it needs to be done. Powerful week, friends. Man, so send me some pink hearts or yellow hearts or green hearts. Actually, you know what? Green and pink are heart chakra, connected to the heart chakra. So maybe send me green and pink hearts this week in the comments. Let me know that you're feeling the energy, that it's resonating, that it's uplifting you. What else? I have gotten a request to teach a Reiki Master Practitioner class, which is a Reiki 3. And then I've also gotten a request to teach a Reiki 2 class. So I have my new website up and running, and I know there's still text stuff I have to work on. There's still little blips, and part of the perfectionist in me wants to, or the healing perfectionist in me wants to just leave them, but I still have to go in there. But on my contact page, there is a form that you can fill out and you can ask questions. So if you are interested in taking Reiki 2, Reiki 3, I've also gotten a request to teach the Reiki Master Teacher, which is the last training. It's a 2-day training. If you're interested in those Reiki classes, please email me and let me know that you'd be interested. I do want to set up a date for that in the next few months. So let me know. Like I said, you can go to my contact page now, and there's a drop-down menu where you can put in like classes or training or something, and just let me know that you'd be interested in. And I think that's all I have to say. So if nobody has told you yet today, I love you. God loves you so much. Trust in the divine, trust your intuition, and I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.